The Jostens Renaissance National Conference was hands down the greatest conference that we've ever attended.
Not only was it a great conference, but it was the best educational experience that either one of us has ever had, including our college classes.
Getting to hear speakers like Mark Sharonbrock, Todd Whitaker, and Steve Wolf, it has totally revolutionized the way that I look at education.
And like he said, the keynote speakers were great. The individual breakout sessions were just as good. I left with so many ideas that I almost felt overwhelmed. And we've been lucky because we've been able to implement a lot of those ideas at the school level, but I've been able to take some individual ideas and change my instruction in my personal classroom, and I can already see amazing results.
And before we were able to go last year, the national conference was always something that we said we would like to attend, but let's see if we can get it to work, get it to fit into our budget. Now that we've been, it's our must-attend event of the year. We won't miss another national conference.
And we met so many educators and leaders and public speakers at the conference, but we also learned how to use social media, and by following those people that we did meet at the conference, we've come in contact with other educational leaders across the country and in Canada that we never would have been exposed to otherwise, and the ideas just keep coming.
I think the big point for me was at the pep rally, and we were sitting in the back of the room and just watching. You could sense all the positive energy and the enthusiasm, and as I was sitting there, I just said to myself, you know, I want to be a part of that. I want to be in the middle of that. And so the National Conference, it really just changed the way that I view education as well as the Jostens Renaissance program.
Yeah, and same for me. It reminded me why I became an educator. It's easy to kind of get overwhelmed with curriculum and lesson plans and committees and paperwork, but going to the Jostens National Renaissance Conference reminded me to look at everything from a student perspective and make them the center of my day. So thank you for the experience.
This is our front hallway here at school. One of the biggest things that we took out of the national conference was adding color, just to add some life to the buildings. And so what this is our peace, love, and Renaissance symbols that we use here at Portland High School. This symbol is called the Sessa Wo Suban, which is a symbol that stands for revolution in a West African country. And we decided to use it because it fits with what we're doing at Portland High School. The wheel on the outside represents moving forward, and the star in the center represents the birth of a new day. This is one of our main walkways in the school building, and along the walls here, as you can see, each graduating class that's currently here has a picture that represents the year of their graduation. Each class president got to pick the color that their wall would be painted. For the class of 2013, which is obviously our graduating class, around the outsides of theirs we have their acceptance letters from universities and junior colleges and the military that we have received so far. This is what we refer to as the wall, and we have two different things that we've honored in this display. On the right hand side are where all the students of the week pictures are displayed, and then on the left hand side is our commitment to graduate for the senior class. They all sign a cap and gown, and it gets on display here in the hallway so that they can see it on a daily basis. At the end of each hallway, we're in the process of painting silhouettes and murals that relate to graduation, so that no matter where the students go in the building, they're going to see something that relates to graduating from high school and then moving on to further their careers. This is our anti-bully wall, where we have messages relating to bullying. We got this from Stand Tall Steve at the national conference last summer. This is in our gym lobby, which is where we hold graduation, and this is one of the newest murals that we have just finished painting, and definitely my favorite that we have here. Obviously the silhouettes of all the recent graduates throwing their caps up, but this is a major walkway as well, so every time our students walk underneath this doorway, they get to look up and hopefully plant the seed of, hey, I'm going to get to do this one day. Above each door frame in the building, we have some type of reference to graduation. As you can see on this side, we have the C2G symbol, and then as you get through, we have replicated a diploma for Portland High School. And then if you were to turn right to go down this hallway, we have a graduation cap there. So again, everywhere the students look, there's some type of symbol that makes a reference to graduation, which is obviously the ultimate goal of high school. Each department has gotten to choose 2 pictures that they would like in their hallways, and for the speech and theater hallway they chose Mickey and Minnie Mouse. So you can see those here on the door frames, with Mickey having his graduation cap on and then Minnie holding the diploma. This is the business department mural that obviously highlights some of our course offerings as well as some of the key words that are used here in the business department. Again, it just adds life to the hallways and color as well. This is one of the murals that the history department selected for their hallway, obviously the United States of America, and on the other side, on the opposite hallway, they will have a picture of Iwo Jima. One of the biggest things that we took from the national conference was that your students shouldn't have to use bathrooms that adults wouldn't use, and so in doing that, we've added, trying to take away from the gray cinder block walls, and we've painted all of our bathrooms different colors, from light purples to greens to shades of blue, just to dress them up and make them more appealing. We're also adding mirrors and pictures and lamps to each of the bathrooms as well. This is our birthday wall for March. Each month we recognize every student and every faculty member's birthday on this bulletin board by making some type of display. These 2 graduation silhouettes are at the end of our hallway that leads to our outdoor eating area. We have 6 of these silhouettes throughout the building, and again, it's just another reference to the ultimate goal, which is graduation. We're currently in the process of adding our outdoor eating area. This is something that I am very excited about. We have 14 picnic tables that we've built, and then we have a fence there. They're working on putting the gate in, hopefully by the end of this week. We're going to paint the picnic tables with our school colors, and this will be a place where Renaissance students get to come outside and eat, so get a break from being inside all day and get some fresh air. Besides our seniors' graduation gown, all the other classes have their commitment to graduate items hung up in the cafeteria, because every single student enters the cafeteria at some point during the day, and that way it can serve as a daily reminder. Here on this wall, this is for our current freshman class, the class of 2016. This is our sophomore class wall, so they have their banner from last year that they all signed, and then this year we had them all sign a cutout of a graduation cap, and then we put all those graduation caps together to spell out the year 2015. Again, it's just a daily reminder of the commitment that they have made to graduate on time with their class in May of 2015. This is our junior wall, so for the class of 2014, we got a poster blown up of a Portland High School diploma, and then we got it matted on a big piece of poster board, and they all signed their names around the edge of that poster board. And again, this is in our cafeteria, so that every day they're reminded of the commitment that they have made to graduate.
As a reward to those students who qualify for Renaissance, they get to paint a ceiling tile every semester that they qualify. They get to pick the spot in the ceiling that they'd like their tile to go. And here's just a compilation of several of them. It adds a whole lot of color to our school building from up above.